To the 12th NMA Demo Day, to the first NMA graduation talk show, actually, live from the VR headquarters here in Hamburg. So my name is Charlotte Richter-Kiefning. I'm the founder of The District, an NMA startup from the NMA family, obviously. We are a feminist publishing house here from Hamburg, and when it comes to entertainment, we are, of course, the first ones the NMA calls for an awesome show. So I have the honor to lead you all through this evening, and especially to interview you, dear startups, and talk to you about your fantastic successes. Because, yes, the NMA thought this year we should do things a little different, and we don't give the audience the typical old-fashioned stage pitch presentation. No, this year we want to inspire our audience with interesting and entertaining conversations with our startups, and together in a casual talk celebrate highlights, milestones, and achievements of Batch 12. So this night you can expect great talks with 4 really cool founder guys. Wait, what? Like founder guys? And what about people with other genders? Yes, I have to admit this evening is a little bit male-dominated, but gender diversity is surely an important topic to the NMA, just as cultural diversity. But it's still not possible for every batch to find female-led startups. So maybe now is the right time to make a really personal call to action as a female founder from an NMA startup. And I just want to say, hey ladies, there is a place for you in innovation, and innovation truly needs you. So I would suggest just, get your shit together, lean in, we're waiting here for you. So maybe, we can have some applause here. Also, some applause support. As experienced right now for a successful demo day, of course, above all, we need all the energy of you here, the audience. And since you have now really had some time to spare, like your little hands and all your voices, I would like to ask you to really give some energy to this graduation show. This means if here is clapped, you also clap. And when your neighbor cheers, you cheer too. So it's really simple, it's not rocket science. Are you ready for the next run? Then, okay, so I would love to have some applause here and from the director. Woohoo! So podcasts are everywhere these days, and our first team on stage has accordingly accelerated super fastly. Please give some real applause for the guy who has known his co-founder for over 30 years, which is longer than most marriages last. So give a warm applause to the one and only Max Conrad from Hype 1000.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome on stage. I'm really missing some music here, guys, over there. So, Max, nice that you're here. Okay, you know your co-founder, Simon. So for more than 30 years, you guys still talk?
35 years, yes.
Wow, you still talk to each other?
Yes, we actually do, and that wasn't enough, so we actually decided, okay, what is the next stage of our friendship? So we decided to, found a company together.
Wow, okay. But I figured out in the pre-interview, you don't only talk to each other, you even make others talk. So tell me, what is your startup, Hype 1000, about?
Hype 1000 is a corporate audio startup, and our first product is Hypecast. It's an all-in-one corporate audio platform, and pretty much gives you everything you need, all things audio for your professional life, and that's what we focus on: sharing internal podcasts, curated content for your edutainment purposes within an organization, with your business partners and your B2B clients.
Okay. Sounds like a hot product you have there. So I think it was like a week ago when in the pre-interview, Max managed to bring me almost to tears because
hopefully
he shared...
in a positive way.
Yeah, in a really positive way. he told me one of his biggest learnings of the last month, and this was, I reveal it, be bold and dream big. This sounds like an Instagram quote, like a really bad one. And to reassure our audience, I have to ask you, what do you mean by be bold and dream big?
So, to us, because you see all those founders when you start your business, you look up to people that were super successful. So it's all the Elon Musk and the Jeff Bezos and all those guys, and then you think about yourself and where you come from and what you've done, and you feel like, so why shouldn't it be me? Why shouldn't I build a company that's at some point going to be worth $1 billion? And it sounds insane when you say that to yourself when you just started, and then you tell it to your friends and your family and all, like a lot of people, and you get a lot of feedback saying like, oh, are you sure this is going to work? Hasn't this been invented already? Or why should this work? And like, isn't it too big? And I think you need to be bold. You need to really dream big, because there's going to be so many obstacles that that you're gonna see, that you're gonna stand against. That you need to be the one, first of all, believing in you, because if you don't do it, like nobody else will. So I think that's why it's so important to think a bit bigger than you usually think, to really make it work, to really have a vision of where we want to go.
You know now why I was nearly crying. Okay, so, and I also found out that you and Simon, you've come quite a long way. This time last year, like 12 months ago, you were not full-time founders. You were literally somewhere else. So what happened in the last 12 months and also in the last month of NMA program?
So to us, the accelerator was in all sense, like in all meanings, it was an accelerator. Like, first of all, we were both working full time, and then, thinking about, okay, we want to do this, we want to work on this, and I remember the day we talked to the NMA, and they said, okay, or we told them, so if we get the funding, we're going to jump all in. We're going to, quit our jobs. We're going to do this because we believe in this. And, that accelerated pretty much everything. They said yes. And we said, okay, in January, okay, we're quitting our jobs. In the first few months, you had to handle your new job and your old job and having 2 full-time jobs in the end. And then, start to working on the product. Like my co-founder, Simon, he's in charge of all the technical stuff. And then, making everything work, finding the right people to help us to develop the product. In March, launching the first version, because we only started with a PowerPoint presentation in the beginning, and then you launch your beta in April. You get your first beta clients in April, May. Test it, get feedback, see what works, what doesn't work.
Wow. Okay.
And then in August, get your first paying customer. And so it's been quite a ride, and it's been like a true accelerated experience on all levels, like learning how to become a founder, learning all the ins and outs of getting the right contracts, all that. So it's been quite a fast 12 months.
Yeah, I see. And can you remember when you the feeling when you got the first paying customer? Like, I always imagine it to be like a musician listening to her or his song for the first time on the radio. Is it like that? Sounds like I've never had a paying customer. Sorry for that.
No, I think it is really important, but I think it's, in the end, it's kind of like, if you think about it, like your company as an organism. I think that's, in the end, the blood that's running through your organism that makes it all work, because you need, it's a for-profit business, so you need to make money, but that just keeps the machine running, and it's more the validation that people say, like, I'm willing to reward you, and in that case it's money, for the quality of product that you build, for the service that you're offering. I think that is more important, seeing that stuff that you designed for some time, that it works, that other people like it too, that the ideas that you have work out. I think that is so much more important, and that money is just then the the reason to say, okay, now I get the chance to take that money and do something cool with it, because in the end, money is a bit boring, but it, you know, like again, it's like the blood that makes the organism run, but it's not like the things that, or at least for us, aren't the primary motivator. It's making a cool product that people like.
Okay, cool. This, I think, deserves an applause from you guys. A cool product. So, Max, thank you so much for sharing these beautiful stories and experience and thoughts with us. So, this is now your moment where you can get your message out to our audience today. So, hit it.
Cool, thank you. So, first of all, thank you for listening. In November, we're going to launch our second version, our version 2 of the product, which will give access to everybody to our app. And so feel free to download the app, to stay in touch. Everybody on the screen can now see, I think, the link. It's Hypecast1/NMA. You can sign up, get information. You can also participate in a cool raffle to win your podcast starter set, to start your own corporate podcast if you want to. And then, download the app, get in touch, tell us what you think about it, because we love to get your feedback on it. Thank you.
Thank you, Max. Thank you. So, Max, that was a little bit of extra applause right there. I would love to welcome our next guest on stage. So, thank you, Max. See you later. And all the way from, applause, this is correct, because this guy here needs also some applause for coming up on stage. Woohoo! All the way from almost the southernmost point in Germany, Freiburg im Breisgau. Yeah. The guy with the smartest algorithms for the publishing industry, father of 5 children, and founder of Scriptbakery. Yeah, please welcome on stage Jonas Alnemri.
Thanks, you.
Okay. So, father of 5. This is already an amazing achievement. So, congratulations to that.
Thanks.
And so, what is Scriptbakery about?
There's huge competition these days for our attention between social media, media, entertainment, creators economy, and I guess in this daily flood of impressions, all of us can only pay attention to content that is findable and that meets our need the most. So by definition, there are 2 key challenges for media, I guess. First, to make content more findable, and second, to create content that has a high value and an emotional impact to the audience. And that's why we founded Scriptbakery, because Scriptbakery changes the way media content is found and perceived. For example, our AI model can understand the text pretty good, and they can even feel the text. And that's very special. In other words, they can tell you, for example, how understandable an article is or what kind of emotions are in it. So we can suggest really relevant keywords or mood tags. And long story short, we built cutting-edge natural language algorithm, and we gain both findability and value for all written and spoken content.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool. But what are mood tags? What is it?
That's quite unique, because we can extract emotions out of a text, and we generate mood tags out of it.
Yeah,
it's up to 75 mood tags at the moment, and these tags could be matched with reader's emotional profile or with ads to push the ad engagement. And really cool is when we combine mood tagging and cluster topic clustering, because then we have readers' motives or fields of interest, like passion for fighting against climate change, for example.
Okay. So you've been busy the last month.
Yes.
Any lesson you've learned and you want to share with us?
First of all, to focus on what really matters. That's to build a strong core team. And in this moment, I have to mention that's not a one-man show. I have 2 female founders with me, and Geraldine and Annalena. And I want to ask you for applause because they can't be
Give some
here.
applause then.
Thanks. Yes, and the second one was, getting ready for the current funding round, and not to be afraid of high numbers.
Yeah, that's a bridge, because what do you mean by high numbers? Because in a world like full of zeros and ones, I believe high numbers.
Yeah,
Right?
I guess some underestimation is a typical startup thing, not for Max, but for us. And due to the NMA program, we've learned not to be too shy in case of fundraising.
Okay.
Because we have a unique, awesome product, a strong team, and we are worth it.
Yes,
So, yeah.
you are. Cool.
Oh.
Okay, and tell me about your achievements during the NMA program. What has happened since March?
We found great customers and partners. For example, we started pilots with Mittelbayerische Zeitung, with Carlsen Verlag in Hamburg, Cosmos in Stuttgart, Haufe Publishing, and we had the pleasure to work with the awesome team of ARD Tagesschau
Wow,
on a
okay.
stunning pilot.
Cool. Okay,
Yeah.
applause for this. So it's really cool. Well done.
And the second one, we could improve our algorithm. So one of our AI is called Sage,
Okay.
and we pushed him to 98.7% accuracy
Okay.
in topic clustering and classification, and that sounds nerdy, but it's record breaking because there's no other published algorithm and with that high performance.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
And I figured out you give your algorithms names.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's nerdy and sweet.
Okay, yeah.
And how many algorithms do you have?
We have at the moment 5 with names.
Okay, listen, the guy with the 5 kids
Yeah,
has now 5 algorithms with names. Do you have like daddy feelings towards your algorithms?
Yeah. It's a bit like really. It's like you have a baby and you see the first steps. You see it learning. The algorithm learns new things, and sometimes we are really impressed and surprised about what happens. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, Jonas, this was a rush of super successes. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
And I'm all excited. So now your moment has come again. Woo, thank you. For even more excitement, and tell everyone in the audience and behind the screens what your next steps are about and how they can be part of it.
Thank you. Yeah, of course, we are looking for new partners and customers to work on new things, find smart solutions. And as a deep tech startup in media, we are facing intense research and development and sales activities, and we need support for that. So in previous rounds, we've already found some cool investors, but there's still some seats free at our table.
And don't
We
be
want
afraid of
to
high
invite
numbers. Investors, please.
Yeah, we want to invite you to join as an investor. And if you want to go in touch with us, just catch me on LinkedIn or via email, jonas@scriptbakery.de.
Okay. So thank you
Thanks.
so much, Jonas. Give some applause to Jonas
Thank
and
you.
Annalena and Geraldine from Scriptbakery. Thank you. So you might think we are in a hurry because we are already moving on to our next founder on stage. From the creative capital of Germany, Berlin, to the capital of media tech innovation comes the new creator and agency Superpower. Here is Ludwig Henner from WhoCan. Hello.
Hi.
So you have a creative background, right?
Yes, I was working as a video cutter and also freelance photographer
Okay.
before.
So what a coincidence that your solution is for creators and creative agencies, I understood. So please tell us, what is WhoCan about?
Yeah, sure. So to understand WhoCan, I first want to share like a number with you. And what do you think, like how many videos and images did you look at just today? Because on average, people watch 2,000 images and videos just via social media each day. And so a good portion of these 2,000 images is created for businesses and by businesses. And it's quite hard to keep up with creating these images and videos. And that's kind of like the reason why we started WhoCan. It's like an all-in-one platform and a workflow solution to help teams plan, produce, and deliver content.
Okay. So as your solution is for creators and agencies, and you came up with a number, I thought I'd come up with a number too. Do you know how many agencies you can reach from here, like from the VR headquarters in less than 1 kilometer?
I don't know, but
have a guess.
Yes, it's many. Half the city is.
Half the city, yeah. I did a quick research and I found out, 18 potential customers just around the corner. So I would say beat that, Berlin. And thank you. You're laughing at my jokes, that's cool. So, Ludwig, you've come a long way, quite a long way with the development of your product. So what were your major challenges since you've joined the NMA?
Yeah, so I think one of the main challenges that all startups face is like getting out of their comfort zone, especially when it comes to talking and like winning the first customers. Because I think for most startups, it's that they have like a great vision and a great idea of where they want to be, but the current state of, I don't know, the team, the product, whatever, is always like a smaller, much smaller piece of the bigger like vision that you have. And so you constantly have to just like share that vision and like sell that vision also to customers, because your first product is probably going to be bad. Like every MVP is called minimal viable product, so no one's going to love it. But that's what you have to build on top of it. And I think then you just like improve and improve and improve. And it's quite like a challenge, I think, for everyone to start out with like something small, and then always like build up on that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and from challenges to successes, what has happened since you've joined the NMA universe?
Yeah, I think, the main successes obviously is winning the first customers, and also the NMA supports that quite nice. I mean, you have this framework of easy testing, which basically allows you to get in touch with like companies within the NMA network, and that worked quite well for us. So we had like a couple agencies that we worked with, and most recently we started with Brinkertlück Creatives. They're like a creative agency based in Hamburg and Zurich. And yeah, it was quite nice to just get the intro in May, I think, and then in June we already decided on a partnership, and then in July and August we built some product adjustments and features that they wanted, and then we onboarded them. So it was quite a nice process and everything. I think that's like one of the main successes, right? Getting the first customers in and building your product. Yeah.
I guess that's also quite a nice moment to share again some applause here. So I have asked this question already, Max from Hype 1000 in the beginning, and now I ask you, how did it feel to have the first paying customer on your product?
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool, but I think there's like one thing that was had more impact for me personally, which was the first organic customer. So we basically have like two pricing models. One is for larger creative agencies of a team of 10 and more. And then we have like a smaller plan for freelancers and smaller agencies. And one day, basically, one person just found us through, organic search, and they signed up and became a customer without us actively reaching out to them. And that was the moment where you realize, whoa, this can grow organic. Mm-hmm. And this was much like a bigger success to have the first organic customer than the first customer that you actually like reached out to and had like a traditional sales process.
Yeah, cool. Okay, I'll leave you alone. Okay, Ludwig, so what are you up to right now? This is your time for telling the audience.
Sure, yeah, so I mean, if you're in the business of creating content or have content needs and have like a content team, of course, please get in touch. I would be really happy to show you what we've been building and how you can use it for your business. But also, we are currently fundraising. So if you're interested in getting to know us better and getting to know our product and what we have in store for the next coming years, also please reach out.
So thank you, Ludwig. Thank you for being on stage. And if you are an investor and think agencies need to be more efficient and who doesn't, then reach out to Ludwig. and can't believe it. We are already coming to the last startup on stage. Time runs super fast here. So, yoo-hoo, this works now. You're well trained. So, I've heard that in our days, a lot of things start with a tweet, like political careers, stock crashes, all kind of scandals. People from Hamburg know, like the Pimmelgate, and also the story of the next two founders began just with a tweet. And 7 years later, they decided to found a company together. So, wow, this is a cool founder story for a digital startup. So.
Yeah, so thank you for having us. So I'm Marvin, co-founder of MedienInsider, and Matthias sitting over there. So we are, two founders, and we founded MedienInsider together. Yeah. And luckily, we met on Twitter, not on Tinder.
Yeah, luckily, yeah. So. I know from the pre-interview that we had that you have a super, like from my point of view, a super interesting lesson to share with our community. I would love you to share it now with all the others.
A bit of MedienInsider, yeah. So, what is MedienInsider? So, we don't come from tech, we come from content, and we are journalists. And what we do is an online magazine by media professionals for media professionals. And so, we are genuine journalists writing about our own industry, and that's what we try to do, and this is also a promise. Our name is our program. So we are insiders, and we want to reach insiders, and we just don't want to take a look what's going on in media, we want to take a look what's going behind the scenes in the media industry, and that's what we do for almost a year now. And all we do, and this is like a wow for us, so very important for us. We do paid content, and only paid content because everything that's unique for us, we think has to have its price, and people are willing to pay, luckily.
Okay, cool, awesome. Applause, maybe? You said something in the pre-interview, something like journalism sells. So would you like to tell us something about this, because I found this was really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, for every media company, or especially for every journalistic media company, it's very important to find new business models in digital media, and one is to find paying subscribers, digital. And so for us, it's an interesting way, because on one hand we write about it, how other media companies find new users, and we try to find ourselves new users. And luckily we did, and or we still are finding new users. And I think it's to find new users, it's very important not just to give them some content and to share some content. You have to, or people are willing to pay for community as well. And this is very important for our business model, that we just not try to find readers, we want to build a community, and this is what we do in media business.
Okay, yeah, like from a founder perspective, with also a niche publishing product, I think it's really remarkable what you have achieved there. Have you any other achievements you've had during the last NMA month you want to share with us?
Yeah, first of all, the NMA has invested or has joined us very early. So I think we started having talks like 3 months after we started last year. And the NMA has been a big backup for us because we could concentrate on building our community, what we did, and also to invest in tech to build our community. Because on one hand, I mean, we're journalists and we know how to produce content, but also on the other hand, we need the tech to build a community. And this is a big achievement, that we found ways where we can build our communities on social media, but also on our own platforms on one hand, and on the other hand, one big achievement was that we could reset our membership system, so that we could improve, or still can improve, what we're doing in community. And this was one big achievement. And the other was that within a year, when we started a year ago, actually, we came from zero reach, and we just built this brand. And after a year, I would say we are on our way to become a must-read in media companies. and we got cited. We have cool and very interesting interview partners. So I would say within a year we created a brand and established a brand, or have established a brand.
Awesome. Okay, wow. So, Marvin, I dedicate this one last call to action to you. So, please tell our lovely crowd what you're up to right now and what you maybe need for growing the Media Insider community.
Yeah, so first of all, Media Insider doesn't only mean that we report what's happening behind the scenes, we also write for people from the scenes. So this is how we call our members as well, Media Insider, and we would love to invite you to our community. So MedienInsider.com is our website. We have a free newsletter. We have different options how to become a member, and we would love to invite you to get in contact with us, to learn more about our content, more about what we're doing, because I think we share a lot of interesting insights, and we also have the same questions as every media business. How do we earn money in future with journalism? And we try to find the answer every day.
Okay, thank you.
So thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, so you thought this is now the end, but it's not. I have more guests for you. May I take the microphone off you now? Thank you. All right, so I move this chair a little quick. And so tonight you've heard stories about startups making achievements, developing their products and growing their teams, but not only the NMA portfolio startups evolve, also the mother startup, NMA VC, has been growing. And so welcome on stage, the people who make things happen here. NMA VC's managing partner, Christoph Hüning. And I feel overwhelmed to announce a woman on stage here now. So this is the Director of Media Innovation, Tanja Deuerling. Thank you. So yeah, we just heard that people get to know each other via Twitter and tweets. How did you two meet, and how did Tanja come to the NMA family?
Yes, actually we met, we counted it's more than 10 years ago, and it was not virtual, it was real physical. We met at ProSiebenSat.1, where I was an editor-in-chief at that time, and Christoph was from a consultancy agency, and he was a consultant. And we worked together at that time.
Okay, so...
And then years pass and pass. We met now and then, and 1 year ago...
You moved to Hamburg sometime, right?
Yes, I moved to Hamburg because I got married, and then we had a coffee, and then he asked me if I want to join, because NMA is doing a European project since 1 year, and he needed somebody to do this, and I said, yes, cool. And this was 1 year ago, and now I'm here.
Okay. I asked you if you know someone who could do it.
Right. Yes, and I thought about it. I thought, hey, why not?
I described it so nicely that you said, it's me.
So, Christoph,
yes,
what are the
right.
news then from the NMA universe before we come to the European news here? Are you preparing for a new batch, or what's happening?
A lot of things are happening, honestly, and this might come as a surprise for some of you, but no, we are not preparing a new batch right now.
Okay.
Because what we did is some kind of analysis what we have in stock, and we started the NMA 6.5 years ago, and we made nearly 80 investments in that time, and we saw now that we have we all know the startup market, and it says, only 10% survive, and we have a failure rate of 30%. So there are roughly 50 NMA startups all over there still being active, and we would love to spend some time helping them to grow and foster, because the last 1.5 years were a bit tough for everyone out there, for startups and for corporates as well. Like the time corporates spent in the last year on innovation was not the biggest amount, and so we really think we would love to use the next months to work with our existing portfolio even more intense, connecting the startups with corporates, doing events, roadshows, whatever it takes. We are working on that right now, and then preparing something really new like raising a third media fund for middle of next year, doing it pan-European, and we are in the first talks for that as well, and this looks quite well.
All right, so as you've given all the startups before an applause now, yeah, the NMA deserves an applause too.
Yeah.
Okay. So Tanja, you manage now the EU projects, Stadium and Media Futures, so you have the view beyond the German horizon. How are the NMA startups involved in these projects?
So actually we have two projects. One is Media Futures. In Media Futures, there are startups, SMEs, and funny enough, artists that work together and do projects, pilots, and also artworks. And they all are working with data to encourage citizens to work more intensely with and more meaningfully with journalism and digital citizenship. Mm-hmm. And in this project, we just finished the first round. We ask startups and artists just to work together and do things. So if you are have ideas, you can come up with ideas. We are starting the next batch in January, the next open call. Mm-hmm. But even more interesting, maybe for you, is another EU project, Stadium. It's more interesting because the startups are a bit more mature, and the goal of these projects is to foster the pan-European media innovation, and if you apply for that, you can get funding up to 150,000 euro, which is quite a lot. And even better is that you are you get contact all over Europe. So we are working with 4 innovation hubs all over Europe. It's the Media City Bergen, it's VRT in Belgium, it's Storytech and the Exit Academy in Tallinn, and it's us. And yes, we are in Stadium, we are on the first round, and 4 startups from the NMA are still there. Good enough. Mm-hmm. So 4 out of 16, that's quite a good quote. And it's Saratai, they are going to work with VRT, it's Iconics, they are going to work with Rassmedia and ORF. It's now, I have to think, it's Frameride with Frankfurter Allgemeine, and it's last one, of course, Katnat Zazu working with Rolata in Belgium as well. So they really can get a complete new network, new partners, and I think that's also might be interesting for you as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Nico, you're the best. That's good. Yeah. So before I ask all the startups to come back on stage for a final photo and celebration moment here. I want to say that this whole night could not have been possible without the great mind of one beautiful person. And this was her idea, the whole show, her concept, her work. And here is her message, up here hopefully soon, with a lovely video shout out. Yeah, here's your program manager, startups, Julia.
Hi guys, it's your program manager here. Of course, on your demo day, I couldn't miss the chance to say congratulations. I really wanted to be with you on site today, but I am actually really glad and grateful that we got to work together all this past 6 months. Me and the whole NMA team, we really got to see how much passion you have and how much hard work you put into your startup. And we really saw you grow as a team, as a company, as founders. And we honestly cannot wait to see what you're gonna do next. And today is also not the last day. Today is actually the day we officially welcome you to our NMA alumni family. So welcome and congratulations. Lots of success, lots of luck, and keep us posted on your next achievements. And for now, you have to celebrate. Bye.
Thanks, everyone. This has been like a great short evening here in the VR headquarters and behind here on stream. And so startups come back on stage, and we'll have a group photo together.
And the NMA team, please.
And the NMA team, everyone. So thank you for all your work you've put into this. Betty, Fernanda, Nico, please come on stage here as a managing partner.
Was fällt jetzt ab? Fernanda. Wo ist der Programm? Wer ist Kollege da hinten? Mikro läuft mal. Ja. Unser Framerate ist noch richtig geschnitten. Läuft der Stream noch?